This is Umar for BoxNation in association with Global Next Thread. I'm joined by arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time, Lennox Lewis. Do you think you should have a sir? Do you think you should be knighted, Lennox?
Well, it's funny because people actually are coming up to me and say, Sir Lewis. I'm like, okay, hey, I'll take it.
You have is it a CBE? Is that correct?
Yeah, CBE commander.
Well, listen, if anyone from Her Majesty's office is watching, maybe, Sir Lennox Lewis, I think that sounds right. A lot of people do have referred to you as that, but you aren't technically a sir at the moment, but we shall see. We're in Las Vegas where you had a tremendous night against Hasim Rahman, the revenge, if you like.
Yes.
It was brutal, spectacular. So just coming back to Las Vegas, which has obviously been synonymous with boxing, synonymous with you. How's it been so far?
It's been good. The place has changed a lot. And, walking along the streets, not seeing too many people walking, the buzz that you see in London, when you are outside Wembley Stadium, that type of buzz. But it's a different kind of buzz right now.
Yeah, hopefully, it picks up. It's Friday today. It's obviously a huge occasion with Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. This is being discussed as one of the biggest fights of our generation. Would you go along with that, Lennox?
I would say it's a real big fight. I mean, every generation always has a big fight. This is this generation's big fight. There's been other big fights, but this is massive. When you look at two fighters, they've got both of them are champions in their own way, in their own weight classes, and they've done a lot. Good boxers as well. Now I think everybody wants to see what's going to happen between these two guys. The styles make fights, and both guys have different styles, and I think both guys are looking forward to it, and that's the difference.
Yeah, look, if Terence Crawford does pull this off, I know his last fight was at 154, so he's going 2 weight classes above, but really he's a welterweight, has been for a long while. He's going 3 weight classes above against another generational great in Canelo Alvarez, one of the best ever to do it. If he was to do it, is there an argument to say he is arguably the best fighter of all time, Lennox Terence Crawford?
It's always different arguments that go on that way. For me, I just like to see the fight get out of the way first, see what happens, see what kind of fight this is going to be. To me, it's going to be an exciting fight. I think Bud Crawford going up 3 weight classes is a big step. And, it's a big step to do in front of a lot of people if you're not used to it, because all of a sudden you can get in there and get hit with a couple shots and say, oh man, I got to take these shots for 12 rounds. Maybe I bit off more than I can chew. But in life, especially in boxing, there's special boxers out there that can jump weight classes, that can beat the top guys in other weight classes. And you could say Crawford is one of them, one of those special human beings that can do that.
You had an elite mentality. We saw that in your ring walks, the way you handled yourself, conducted yourself. Obviously, the 2 rematches that you had coming off a loss, you put those to bed. With both of these guys, they strike me as, again, have elite mentalities, and feel like when people go in the ring with Canelo, they may be half beaten before they get in the ring. But with Terence, it doesn't seem like that's the case at all.
No, like I said, Terence Crawford is a special human being. I call him Kung Fu because when he's in the fight, you never know what he's doing. His left side, his right side, and he can knock you out from both sides, which is special. And, this fight is a fight where it's an important fight. It's a big fight for him, and it's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight because he's not up against a guy that doesn't punch hard. This guy punches hard. He breaks ribs. He mashes your body up. And in an exchange, I'm concerned that, somebody's going to get caught. Somebody's going to get caught in the fight. And let's hope, Crawford or Canelo can be accurate with their punches to do the right thing.
Lennox, we always like to look forward, and we should obviously appreciate this moment. As I said, one of the biggest fights ever. But His Excellency Frank Warren, who looks after Hamzah Sheeraz, have said that if Canelo is to come through, Hamzah is the WBC mandatory challenger who's coming off a great win in New York exactly 2 months ago today against Edgar Berlanga. People want to see that fight with Canelo and Sheeraz. Do you think potentially it could be the right time for Hamzah, and how would he get on with Canelo?
Yeah, I think this is the right time for him because, he just came off of a great win. And, it's the next step. These guys want to step up all the time against better opponents. And for him, it's Canelo. That's who he's looking at.
Yeah, we shall see how Saturday night pans out. In terms of the heavyweight division, Lennox, Daniel Dubois just suffered a big setback, obviously, with Alexander Usyk, but he's still 27 years old. There's a lot of learnings, I think. His team have said that he's got to make. He's left Don Charles. What did you make of that split, firstly, with him and Don?
I didn't, it's really up to him who he wants to train him. I think Don Charles is a great trainer. He's done a lot for Daniel Dubois. He's brought him all this way. And, if Daniel wants to, have another trainer, it's up to him because it's his career, it's his life. And if he feels that he needs that, I don't hold it against him.
Officially, his new trainer hasn't been announced yet. Something may have been worked out in the background. I know many years ago, you'd offered Anthony Joshua to help him out in Jamaica. Correct? Yeah. That obviously didn't materialise. If, say, Daniel Dubois came to you and said, I want you involved, I want you to potentially give me some advice or even be a trainer, would you consider that, Lennox?
I would consider it, yeah, absolutely. I've got so much knowledge in my brain, it would be mental not to give it away. A lot of these boxers, they come up and they don't realize that, I've been there, I've done that. But they want to actually listen to people that haven't been there, haven't done that, don't know what they're doing, don't have the experience, and that's a setback for them.
Like, you haven't sort of done anything in terms of a training capacity, really, Lennox, in terms of where you're at with life. I guess you're just chilling, living a great life at the moment. But if that kind of approach was made, not necessarily just from Daniel Dubois, but anyone, it's something you'd give your time up for?
Yeah. There's what I'm doing now with the Lennox Lewis League of Champions, my charity. I hold training camps for kids all over the world. And it's important that they come to my training camp because they learn the right way. It's like golf. Learn the right way, and then you don't have to learn the wrong way later. Or, some guys, they're throwing punches and don't realize what they're doing, but this is what they're doing every day, repetitious. But it's the wrong thing they're doing. It's better to do it the right way, so you learn the right way. So when you get up there, you've learned the right way.
Okay, I hear that. He arrived late to the venue, Daniel, which I know Frank Warren was, not happy about at all. There was this pre-fight gathering, etc. From the outside looking in, do you think things do need to be cleaned up around Team Dubois?
Yeah, absolutely. When you said the gathering before the fight, if it's something that he's always done, then there's nothing wrong with it because he's always done it.
They did do it before the Joshua fight, to be fair. Yeah.
So I don't think why people are making a big thing out of it is that pre-fight thing that they do. My pre-fight thing, I sleep, and then when I wake up, I put on some nice music to get me motivated, get me going for the fight. This is pre-fight thing that I do for most of my fights. So what would the advice be to Daniel Dubois, just lastly on him? Basically, there's a lot of guys out there that he can beat. Alexander Usyk's not going to be there forever. He's still young, and he can still do a lot of great things in boxing. Okay. The one that everyone's talking about at the moment is, of course, our 20-year-old sensation in Moses Itauma, who just has short night after short night after short night. What kind of fight or what kind of test would you like to see him in with next, Moses? I like to see him, obviously grow into boxing in the sense that you don't need to rush. He's young, he's talented, and he's eager to learn. So I would say to him, learn as much as you can in boxing. You don't have to have one teacher. You can have a couple different teachers, but learn as much as you can so that when you reach that point, you're ready. When you look at the recent heavyweights who are really making a lot of noise in terms of Anthony Joshua when he first started, even Daniel Dubois,
They were doing a phenomenal job, but they were kind of like just bulldozing through their first 10, 15 guys, kind of coming forward, crash, bang, wallop. With Moses, it seems very different. Even at 20 years old, he looks like a complete fighter. His fluidity, his speed, his movement, he doesn't just bulldoze you. Do you see perhaps something extra special in Moses?
Yeah, I do see something extra special in Moses. He's focused. He wants to be a champion, and his temperament is great. Great temperament. I met him, and you're gonna see the future. He's the future right now.
Well, if I go on Ring Magazine's website, I pulled it up earlier. So if I just read out some names and you kind of say whether you'd like to see Moses in with them next or not.
Mm-hmm.
So Martin Bakole.
Yeah.
Zhilai Zhang.
Yeah.
Filip Hrgovic.
Oh, definitely.
Why definitely?
Because he's the good tester. You notice that everybody that boxes him, uses him as a tester in a sense. So he's good there for a couple rounds, and is a good trial horse.
Ajit Caballo.
Not yet.
Joseph Parker.
Not yet.
And Alexander Usyk.
Not yet.
Okay, so I've got a gauge there of where you think Moses is at, but I guess the future is so bright for him.
Yeah, the future is bright, so he's got to take his time. There's no rush. Okay.
Well, listen, Lennox, I really appreciate your time. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. Is there anything you'd like to add before we close off?
No, everything good. Bless.
Good. Well, stay blessed and enjoy your time in Vegas.
Thank you.